Manchester United 3, Southampton 2. We've done it. That first bit of silverware. Are we level? Are we ahead of Liverpool? Who gives a damn, really? Who really gives a damn? Because ultimately, we will be ahead of them at some point because they're going nowhere and we're going somewhere fast. But what a cup final. What a cup final. I don't buy into the whole feel sorry for Southampton thing. They were the better team over 90 minutes. We can delve into that in a little bit more depth in a minute, and I'm more than happy to do that. But ultimately, we were 2-0 up. They came back to 2-2, and we won the game. Whose fault's that? You know, that's football. We won it, and we won it deservedly by getting back into it. I mean, it's very rare in life that you go and have a massive lead like that, another team comes back at you, and then you deliver that killer punch, which we did. So, my big thing from this game, and there's loads of things you could say. There's a fantastic quote that Phil Neville said. Zlatan walks the walk, Pogba talks the talk. The other way around works better. Pogba talks the talk while Zlatan walks the walk. It's a very, very, very clever, good comment from Phil Neville. That might surprise some people, but it is absolutely spot on. But I don't want to get deep down into the negativity. We've won a bloody trophy. It's there next to me. We've won a trophy. And we could have lost it today. And I keep saying it and saying it and saying it. And ideally, in a cup final, you want to go and win it and be convincing and show the world how great you are. No, we didn't do that tonight. But what we did do is something that's very, very important. We won a game playing badly. If Arsenal, Liverpool and everybody else could win games playing badly, they'd actually have something in their trophy cabinet. The reason we had so many trophies in our cabinet under Sir Alex Ferguson is it wasn't scintillating every week. If you're old enough to remember the 99 final, we didn't really turn up in that game. Bayern Munich hit the post, the crossbar and all sorts. They were the better team. But who took the trophy away at the end of the day? Manchester United did. And we can live in this blinkered world of, oh yeah, we're not playing that great. Pogba wasn't good. Martial wasn't good. Who gives a damn? Who's got their name on the winning trophy at the end of the day? It's Manchester United. And we should be celebrating, be very proud and very happy. Because it's always easier, better for the club to be resolving issues from a winning position, and nobody more. I mean, we can talk about it as fans, and we will do, but nobody will be more aware than Mourinho of what happened today, and that was Southampton were the better footballing side, but we won it, and he will deal with that. So we should celebrate this result. Zlatan again showing why he should never be substituted, and actually showing me personally why he does take free kicks, because I've always been wondering, and that first half one was very good. But the cross from Herrera to win it, the cross from Herrera, and if you were fortunate enough to be at the game, I'm sure it was absolutely amazing, but if you were fortunate enough to be watching it in any way, and certainly if you watched it on the telly, the angle of the cross from Herrera was just so good to watch. I remember him doing it at Wembley before, was it against Leicester, where you see the cross come in, or it was like that Lingard one that he did as well. You can see the cross coming in, you can see where Zlatan is, you can see it's going to hit him, he's going to make it, and you're there heading it in the old Sir Alex Ferguson way. It was absolutely fantastic to win it. So, brilliant from Zlatan to do that. You know, you could argue that Zlatan didn't have a great game, but he was starved of service. And that's what he's part of the team for. A brilliant performance from Manchester United to pull that out of the bag. It's harder to win a game when you're not playing well. And I think from the second half, we were trying hard. I want to throw it out there to everybody as well, whether you're watching live or not in the comments. Just have a little think about who your man of the match would be, because I think there's a few theories on that. Jeff Duarte says, a win's a win and a trophy is a trophy. We're champions, which is great. And Nicholas Bean says, Herrera man of the match for me. Good shout. But Manchester United in that first half, we weren't very good. Let's be honest, we were not very good. And Southampton could have been 3-0 up. We were 2-1 up, weren't we, at half-time? But to turn that around the way we did, especially when early in the second half they make it, so you've got your plan at half-time, we're 2-1 up, let's do this, that and the other. Within a few minutes that plan's out the window because Southampton are 2-2 with the momentum. To then switch a game, get back on level playing field and then start coming into the game yourselves just shows the effort levels of the players and the tactical nous of Mourinho. And a lot of it was to do with Carrick. And you know what? If you were watching the watch along, we were all discussing it. What we need to do at half-time. We're losing the midfield. They're getting in down the flanks. But first and foremost, they're running at our back four too much. They're cutting through the midfield of Pogba, Herrera. And why Jesse Lingard was playing at number 10 is another thing. And you can defend Jesse Lingard and say, well, he scored a goal. But he should be scoring that goal. And as a number 10, he's not a number 10. It was a bad decision. And it cost us through the midfield. But to bring Carrick on was the decision to make. We needed some more numbers. Mata, Lingard or Martial, one of them three had to come off at half-time. It was Mata. None of them three were that good in the first half. And we start to gradually take hold of the midfield. And then we come more and more into the game. And yes, Southampton were always a threat. But I think for the last half an hour, it was very much even Stevens. And that was down to the effort levels of Manchester United. And let's not forget, Southampton have had 15 days off before this. No wonder they had more energy levels and were more up for it. I mean, Mourinho said it in his interview. Southampton, it's like a mini pre-season. They could have even analysed our club for the last week and changed the whole philosophy about how they play football because they've had so much time to prepare. The only fly in the soup I would say about that is something that I've been saying, a few of you have been saying. We didn't need to play our first team on Wednesday against St Etienne. We didn't need to do that. We could have rested a few more players. And certainly in the FA Cup the week before, we didn't need to play the players we did. So we have been... The fact that we were a bit sluggish today was probably our own fault because we could have rested players more than we did. But in the end of the day, we've won. We've got a week off till Bournemouth. We've got a trophy in our trophy cabinet. And we're all bloody happy. So, yeah, we can talk about... You could say Lingard was rubbish. You could say Pogba was rubbish. You could say Martial wasn't that great. And I'm a massive Martial fan. You could say the defence was rickety. You could say... Well, I think De Gea played well. I think Zlatan played well. I think Herrera played well. So I wouldn't have a pop at anybody else. You know, that's probably one of the worst performances I've seen from Valencia. And Valencia's not somebody who doesn't try. I just think Redmond had him on toast. Absolutely. And sometimes that's going to happen. But to be negative about anybody when we've won a trophy would be really, really unfair. So I'm not going to go down that route at all. We don't need to go down that route. We win as a team, we lose as a team, and we win as a team. We go back to winning because we've won it. We win as a team. Jasura Sharan, I can't pronounce the surname, has contributed a couple of dollars through the super chats. I want to read it out because he's contributed. He says defending was shambolic from crosses and corners. You know what? I'm gonna keep consistent down this line here. I like Chris Smalling. Sorry, I do. I like Chris Smalling. I like the fact that he's very dominant in the air. He's our best centre-back in the air. And I've been saying it for a long time. We're rubbish in the air. And Smalling actually gives us something in the air. So I was quite happy with Smalling today. No, I wouldn't give him man of the match. No way. But I was happy with him. Bay looked a bit dodgy. Rojo looked a bit dodgy. But as much as they looked dodgy, their effort levels were still there. And they kept going. And you know what? I liken it a bit to like a Rocky film, this match today. Because... we threw a couple of good punches to get us 2-0 up. But to be honest, we were on the ropes. Southampton had us on the ropes, but they could never finish us off. And we hung in and we hung in. And actually, as it got into the latter rounds, the experience and the ability and the tenacity started to show through. And we started to fight back. And we won it in the end. We won that game in 90 minutes and we deserved to win that game. You can feel sorry for Southampton if you want to, but... they didn't win the game. We won that game. And yeah, they had a goal that was offside in the first half, but that would have been 1-0. We might have responded to that. We went 2-0 up. They came back. They got to 2-2, and we came back and won it. And we should be very, very proud of that. And I can't overstate this. Winning when you don't play that well is a very, very good sign. And we'll build on from this. The momentum we'll take from this. You can see it in the game afterwards where they're all together and that siege mentality, that collectiveness. I mean, I'm not Fellaini's biggest fan, but you can see it. They're all together. They're all happy. They're all chasing something. And the League Cup, in the grand scheme of things, we do need to park it because all it does is get us back in the Europa League, and we don't want to be in the Europa League. We want to be in the Champions League, and the only two ways in that are in the top four of the Premier League or winning the Europa League. And on today's performance, we probably aren't going to get either. But we still won, and we will build on that, and Mourinho will be aware of that. So I parked today. I forget the performance because we won. I remember the trophy because it's another trophy, but we go again. We've got Bournemouth next Saturday lunchtime. That's 3 points. We've got to focus on that. We focus on what's in front of us. In relation to team performances, I'm not going to do a player ratings because I don't want to out somebody as being a 6 or a 5 out of 10 in a cup final that we've won. That's not the route I want to go down. What I want to do is talk about positive things, and I want to talk about the players that would be man of the match for me. Richard Stainer saying man of the match, Zlatan. Mark, how do you think Southampton played, says Jordan Thompson. I think they played well, but they remind me of a team like Arsenal and Liverpool when they play well. They might be able to play well, but can you win trophies? That's the difference. That is the difference. Manchester United know how to win trophies. Southampton don't. Liverpool and Arsenal don't. We do. It's inherent within our club. I don't feel sorry for them. So my man of the match today that I would talk about would be Herrera. Somebody on the watch line actually said halfway through the second half he's been atrocious. I thought Herrera was very good. I liked the way when we were playing badly in the first half that we weren't moving the ball very well, and Herrera just decided, I'm going to go and do something in the final third. He went on a run, and I tell you what, that tackle from Ramu, it doesn't matter now because we won the game, but the tackle for that free kick that Zlatan scored by Ramu could have been a red. It was dirty. Could have been a red. So Herrera just kept going. I don't think he was brilliant today. I don't think man of the match today gets any higher than an 8. So that says a lot, because you'd hope in a cup final you've got a couple of 9s, but we didn't. So Herrera would be a candidate for man of the match. Obviously Zlatan, the free kick was brilliant. The header, he should score the header. In fact, you know what? I would put Herrera above Zlatan, because Zlatan scored a good free kick. The header, he should score it. Zlatan would be up there, but it would be Herrera. Anybody else? I'm going to throw Michael Carrick in there. I'll throw Michael Carrick in there because people will never... If you understand Michael Carrick, you understand Michael Carrick. If you don't, you don't. You'll think I'm talking Chinese here. But Michael Carrick came on and did what Michael Carrick does at his best. Took hold of the midfield. He didn't do it instantaneously, because when you've been absolutely battered and bruised, you don't just come on straight away in minute 1, grab hold of that midfield. You've got to come on, get used to the pace, start dictating everybody around you, not just in front, the defence, because he shields that, but... Like I say, within 15 minutes of that second half starting, and for that last half an hour, we had that midfield. We didn't have total control because Southampton were good, but we were as good as that, and Michael Carrick was the massive part of that, so Carrick would be a contender. You couldn't look at anybody else, could you, really? I mean, it's Zlatan, Herrera or Carrick. It's got to be Herrera, because Herrera played 90 minutes. De Gea played well. We shouldn't forget about De Gea. De Gea made some good saves. You couldn't really fault him for either of the goals. I mean, Pogba was at fault for the second goal. The first goal, they got in down the left, didn't they, across. So, Pogba didn't play well, but I'm not going to dwell on that. We've won a trophy, and players and manager, most importantly, the manager will learn from that game. Martial didn't play well. Lingard was poor. Mata didn't get in the game. Pogba wasn't great. Rojo wasn't great. Bailly wasn't great. Valencia got really exposed by Redmond. But these players will come again, and the manager will be fully aware of it. So I'm just very happy tonight. I will be opening another can of beer and enjoying it. I'm very happy that we've won it. Haters are going to hate. I'm not going to hate on the club. I'm not going to hate on any individual tonight, because it's not every day that you win trophies. We might not win another trophy this season. I hope we do. I want to win the Europa League. The FA Cup's probably a big ask, just because of the amount of games, but so we've got to enjoy it. There's no guarantee that we're going to win another cup this year, so we've got to enjoy it. I'm very happy about it. I don't really get the negativity. Boo-hoo. Southampton with a better footballing side, but we won the game. So what? And I don't buy into Southampton deserve to win the game, because it was 2-2 within a few minutes of the second half, and then if they deserved to win it, they'd have gone on and won it. They didn't. We did. And this is where people get lost. Good footballing side don't necessarily win trophies. It's not just about good football. It's about getting over the line. And we got over the line today, so I'm very proud of them. I'd rather win a game like that than play absolutely brilliant football and lose 1-0. And we have to start playing well at times. Yes, we do. But if you're not, you can't play well every game. And especially where we're going in April, if we're still in everything, and I really hope we are. In April, May time, there's so many games thick and fast. It's impossible to play well Thursday, Sunday. We won't be able to do it. We'll have to grind results out. And that's what today was about. And I go back to it. Of course, in a cup final, you want to play well. You want to show the world what you're all about. But in some ways, does it really matter? We're Manchester United fans. We're ecstatic about winning. And if Liverpool, Arsenal, City, Chelsea fans are there tapping away on the social media, United are really lucky. Are we bothered? Does that mean, do you lose the title because you were lucky? No, it's still sat there. The League Cup is still sat there. We've won it. History can't be changed. I don't give a damn what anybody says. So thanks everyone for watching. Sunday Night Live is on tonight. It's normally on at 8:30, but we've been busy with the League Cup. We're slightly later because it was a half six kickoff. So we will be live tonight, and I really want to talk about Jose Mourinho's interview with Sky Sports, because he revealed a lot about transfers in the summer. We'll be talking about obviously tonight a little bit as well, but more about the future. I think we need to enjoy this tonight, so join me for a beer. It's at 9:30, by the way, I forgot to tell you. Not 8:30 tonight. For a one-off, it's going to be at 9:30. So we're live at 9:30 tonight. Join us for that. Gonna have a drink, gonna enjoy it, and we go again. That's what we do. We go again. Success, great. Now we move on. That's how you do it. That's how we roll at Manchester United. So very, very happy with that performance. I'm going to take a few of your comments because you're fantastic, and I want to just see how people are feeling. Monty says, I don't get how people think other teams deserve to win but don't win. Exactly. Mark, in the busy period, we cannot expect good performances every game. It's about grounding out results, says Rohith. Exactly. If we can't win playing badly, what can we do playing well, says Beckhow. If we can win, I think she says, Beckhow. I don't think it's a she. In fact, I know it's not. 44 trophies and counting, says Rich Hake. Luke Sadler-Smith, Spurs won 4-0. Well, you know, that's Spurs for you, isn't it? They're in a tournament that they could probably do quite well in on Thursday, and they don't prioritise it and they bottle it, and they're going all out to finish 4th in the league. That's Spurs mentality. That's Liverpool. Liverpool got themselves knocked out of the FA Cup because they want to focus on the top 4. Screw that mentality. I don't want it. I want Manchester United to go and win trophies, and that's what we're trying to do. The team who deserve to win get the trophy. End of story, Doctor Strange. I think we'll kill it there. Exactly. Lots to talk about later. I'm not going to do it on this show because it's not right. It's not fair. We're celebrating it. A lot of you on about Pogba. A lot of you on about a couple of other players like Martial. We'll Sunday night reviews for that. We'll do that at 9:30. I do want to talk more about the transfers that Mourinho's basically openly admitted we're going to do. 9:30 tonight on the United Stand. Thanks for everybody, thanks for everybody who gets involved with the United Stand. We've gone to 70,000 subscribers today. If you are new, subscribe, get involved, drop a like on the video, but we can't do it without you. We had Ross at the game today, which was fantastic, getting some of the footage from him. Lots of ideas for the United Stand, but we're never going to move away from what we do, which is fan content for the fans, by the fans. We don't speak for the fans. We try and grab what everyone else is talking about and we give our thoughts. That's it. We never say that we speak for the fans. That's not what we're about. We're just an independent Manchester United fan channel talking about the club we love. Thanks to Draughty Devil for the graphics. Absolutely superb. Well done to the person. I forget the name. Was it Dave Maddox or Paddocks who won the signed Paul Scholes shirt half time? Loads of stuff going on with the United Stand. Get involved. But join us at 9:30. We're having a party. We're having a drink. 9:30.